My girlfriend said, I found the one. I decided to go out with him. So can we break up? When I asked who she found, she said, it's a secret. Those two words hung in the air between us as Maya stood in my cramped studio apartment, her designer handbag, one I'd gone without groceries for a week to buy her, clutched against her hip. A secret? I repeated, stunned. You're breaking up with me for someone and won't even tell me who? She flipped her hair over her shoulder, that practiced move she did when she was avoiding something uncomfortable. It doesn't matter who he is, Jake. What matters is he can give me everything I deserve. The trips to Paris, the jewelry, the life I'm meant to have. I wanted to laugh at the irony. Here I was, working 2 jobs, skipping meals, living in this shoebox of an apartment, all while she demanded constant gifts, dinners at restaurants I couldn't afford, and never once offered to split a bill or even cook me a meal. So that's it? I asked. 3 years together and you're just done? Don't be dramatic, she said, already heading for the door. We both know this wasn't working. You can barely afford to take care of me. And then she was gone. The first week was the hardest. I kept reaching for my phone to text her, kept setting aside money for her weekly gift before remembering I didn't need to anymore. But then something incredible happened. My bank account actually had money in it at the end of the month. Without Maya's constant demands for designer bags, expensive dinners, and surprise shopping trips, I could afford real groceries instead of instant ramen. I bought myself new work shoes to replace the ones I'd been holding together with super glue. Within 3 months, I'd saved enough to move into a decent 1-bedroom apartment in a safer neighborhood with actual sunlight streaming through the windows. For the first time in 3 years, I was actually living instead of just surviving. A year passed when I ran into her outside a coffee shop downtown. Jake! Oh my God, I've been looking everywhere for you. Maya rushed over, looking somehow less polished than I remembered. Why would you be looking for me? We broke up, remember? Her face crumpled. It was a mistake. That guy, he's such a loser. He wouldn't spend a penny on me. Said I needed to contribute equally to the relationship. Can you believe that? He didn't care about me at all. Not like you did. She moved closer, reaching for my arm. I miss how you always bought me whatever I asked for. How you'd skip lunch to save money for our dates. How you never said no when I needed something. And what exactly did you do for me, Maya? What do you mean? I loved you. Really? Then tell me one thing you did for me during our entire relationship. One meal you cooked, one gift you bought, one time you picked up the check. Her mouth opened and closed like a fish gasping for air. That's not fair. Love isn't about keeping score. You're right, it's not. But it's also not about one person bleeding themselves dry while the other takes and takes. I'm done being your ATM, Maya. I started to walk away when she called out desperately. It was your brother. The guy I left you for was Daniel. I froze. My older brother Daniel, the successful lawyer who could buy Maya's precious designer bags without thinking twice. I spent the entire way home thinking about what she said, trying to figure out why my own brother would do this to me. The second I entered my apartment, I called him. Daniel answered on the first ring, like he'd been expecting my call. You dated Maya, my ex? What the hell, Dan? He was quick to explain. Listen, Jake, I never touched her, never spent a dime on her either. I told her I believed in equal partnerships and watched her lose her mind. You're too stubborn to listen to anyone telling you she was using you, so I had to show you. Could I have gone about it a different way? Yes, but you needed to see who she really was. I stood there in silence, processing everything. I told him I was glad he did that and then hung up.